You won't believe what just went down. Faizon, the legendary comedian and actor, snapped like never before, and 50 Cent found himself in the middle of a firestorm he didn't see coming. It all started with subtle threats and tension that had been brewing for months, but tonight, Faizon finally spoke out. The moment was raw, unfiltered, and downright shocking. Cameras were rolling, fans were gasping, and social media exploded as the exchange went from tense to explosive. Every word from Faizon hit like a hammer, calling out disrespect, questioning loyalty, and defending his legacy in ways no one expected. But it didn't stop there. As Faizon went back and forth, he didn't hold back. He exposed truths about the entertainment industry, Hollywood power plays, and the fine line between fame and respect. This wasn't just a personal feud, it was a full-blown commentary on celebrity culture, ego, and who really earns the respect they demand. And every time 50 Cent tried to respond, Faizon's words cut sharper, his timing perfect, his message clear. Don't mess with me, my career, or my legacy. The crowd's reaction? Pure chaos. Some laughed nervously, some stared in disbelief, and everyone knew they were witnessing history unfold. Clips of this interaction are trending everywhere, sparking debates, memes, and countless reactions online. By the end, the tension was off the charts, the drama undeniable, and one thing was crystal clear: Faizon is not someone you underestimate, and 50 Cent just learned that the hard way. The tension in the room was palpable. Faizon had just delivered his shocking statement, and the energy in the crowd shifted immediately. You could feel it in the air. Everyone knew they were witnessing a moment that would be talked about for weeks, maybe even months. Every camera angle captured the subtle shifts in facial expressions, the quick glances, the tiny nods. This was not just a clash of words, it was a battle of legacies. Faizon's voice cut through the noise, commanding attention. He wasn't here to play games. He was defending decades of hard work, comedy, and his place in the entertainment industry. Every jab, every pointed remark was crafted not just to strike at 50 Cent, but to assert dominance in a space where respect is earned, never given. The crowd's reactions fluctuated. Some leaned in, mouths agape, others shook their heads, impressed by his fearless delivery. The discussion quickly moved from threats to deeper issues of legacy and respect. Faizon painted a picture of Hollywood and hip-hop culture that many fans only glimpse from the outside. He dissected the pressures celebrities face, the manipulation behind public perception, and the politics of power. Every example, every anecdote he shared, revealed layers that were both hilarious and shocking. The audience laughed, but it was the kind of laughter that comes with disbelief. People knew Faizon wasn't just joking. He was exposing truths hidden behind the curtain of fame. As he shifted focus to 50 Cent, the tension spiked. Faizon didn't just confront him, he challenged the narrative surrounding him. He highlighted moments where respect had been tested, where ego had clashed, and where loyalty had been questioned. The exchange wasn't loud or aggressive, it was precise, calculated, and devastating. Each line landed with the force of someone who had nothing to lose and everything to defend. Fans online would later call it one of the most raw and unfiltered celebrity confrontations in recent memory. Then came the most shocking segment. Faizon broke down the personal toll of fame. He revealed what it's like to navigate a career in entertainment while staying true to oneself, how the pressure of public opinion can erode trust, and why loyalty matters more than likes or followers. Every word felt like a punch, but delivered with a comedic timing only Faizon could master. It was as if he was saying, "I will make you laugh, but don't mistake my humor for weakness." The discussion returned to 50 Cent, and Faizon's remarks struck at the heart of legacy. He questioned decisions, called out behaviors, and dissected the power dynamics of influence. The crowd reacted viscerally, some audibly gasped, others leaned back in shock, while many held their breath, knowing this confrontation was bigger than just two people trading words. It was a cultural moment, a commentary on fame, respect, and what happens when egos collide. Fans on social media immediately began dissecting every clip. Every gesture, every laugh, every pause was replayed, analyzed, and turned into discussion threads. Memes popped up within minutes. Reactions were mixed but unanimous in one regard. Faizon Love had taken a stand, and the message was loud, clear, and unforgettable. The room was alive, buzzing with the kind of energy that only happens when someone refuses to back down and refuses to be ignored. As the exchange continued, Faizon began to weave humor with raw truth. He shared behind-the-scenes stories, moments where he had been tested, challenged, or disrespected, and connected them to larger truths about celebrity culture. The audience was on the edge of their seats, laughing, gasping, and sometimes just staring in disbelief. His ability to blend comedy with shocking revelation made every moment feel unpredictable and intense. Then came the turning point. Faizon shifted from comedy to confrontation seamlessly. His words carried a weight, a rhythm, a precision that was impossible to ignore. Every dig at 50 Cent wasn't just personal. It reflected broader truths about respect, influence, and the cost of fame. Fans watching online couldn't stop replaying the moments. They knew this wasn't just entertainment. It was a lesson in authenticity, courage, and standing your ground in an industry built on illusions. The climax of this part came when Faizon delivered a statement that would immediately go viral. It was a mix of truth, humor, and direct challenge, crafted to be replayed across TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube for days. People couldn't believe the boldness, the audacity, and the precision with which he dismantled narratives while still keeping the room laughing and engaged. Every sentence landed like a truth bomb, sparking debate, admiration, and outrage all at once. Even after the immediate confrontation ended, the energy lingered. Cameras kept rolling, audiences were buzzing, and social media was ablaze. The moment had transcended the room, spreading across platforms, igniting conversations, and redefining how celebrity clashes were viewed. Faizon had turned a potential threat into a masterclass in performance, wit, and cultural commentary, proving that he wasn't just a comedian, he was a force to be reckoned with. By the time this segment concluded, it was evident. Faizon Love had made history. Not just by snapping at 50 Cent, but by delivering an unforgettable, multi-layered performance that combined humor, insight, and raw honesty. The room was electrified, the fans were hyped, and the cultural impact was only beginning. The room was still buzzing from the explosive statements moments ago. Faizon Love had set the tone, but now the tension had reached a whole new level. Cameras were catching every angle, every twitch, every subtle glance that could betray hidden emotions. The energy was almost tangible, like electricity in the air, because everyone knew there was no turning back. This wasn't just a confrontation anymore. It had evolved into a full-blown spectacle, a war of words and legacies that would dominate headlines for weeks. Faizon didn't waste a second. He leaned in, his voice steady but dripping with intensity, and continued dismantling the narrative around 50 Cent's threats. Every sentence was calculated, every pause deliberate. The audience was hanging on every word. What made it shocking wasn't just the content, it was the timing, the delivery, and the raw confidence. Faizon was no longer reacting. He was controlling the entire moment. He was turning potential fear or intimidation into dominance and turning the spotlight fully on himself, showing the world that he wouldn't just survive in this environment, he would own it. As he moved deeper into his commentary, Faizon began highlighting the broader implications of this feud. He didn't limit himself to personal attacks. He spoke about respect, loyalty, and the hidden politics of celebrity culture. How power is wielded quietly, how reputations can be destroyed with a single careless comment, and how fame often masks vulnerability. He painted a picture so vivid and detailed that the audience could almost see behind the closed doors of Hollywood and the music industry. It was equal parts shocking revelation and masterclass in storytelling. Then, the tension spiked. Faizon shifted focus directly back to 50 Cent, not in anger, but with precision. He dissected moments from the past, subtle interactions, and public behaviors that fans had long debated. Every reference hit like a hammer, exposing cracks in 50 Cent's carefully curated image. The audience reacted instantly. Gasps, murmurs, and whispers filled the room. Social media notifications exploded in real time as viewers began posting clips, screenshots, and memes. Every word Faizon said was being analyzed and debated online within minutes. Faizon's comedic timing added a layer of unpredictability to the moment. He could deliver a punchline that made the audience laugh hysterically, and in the very next breath, deliver a comment so shocking and insightful that jaws dropped. The contrast between humor and raw truth amplified the impact. People were laughing, gasping, and rewinding clips simultaneously. It was a 360-degree engagement experience, combining entertainment with revelation. By the midpoint of the session, Faizon had moved past 50 Cent alone. He began to touch on other aspects of fame and industry politics, connecting his experiences with a larger narrative that fans rarely see. He spoke about Hollywood manipulation, how alliances are formed and broken, and how power dynamics shape careers. Each anecdote was carefully chosen, giving the audience glimpses into moments that were private, yet had massive public implications. Every revelation sent shockwaves through the room and online communities alike. Then came the back and forth that had everyone on edge. 50 Cent, responding through subtle gestures, facial expressions, and measured statements, tried to regain control, but Faizon was unrelenting. Each rebuttal, each comeback, each witty line Faizon delivered pushed the energy higher. It was no longer just about one person snapping at another. It was about mastery, presence, and commanding respect in a room full of cameras, fans, and industry insiders. As the discussion intensified, Faizon delved into legacy. He spoke candidly about how celebrities are remembered, how influence extends beyond albums or movies, and how true respect is earned, not bought. He contrasted his own career with perceived behaviors from others in the industry, framing the conversation in a way that resonated with fans of both comedy and hip-hop. It was raw, it was real, and it was unforgettable. The audience's reactions fluctuated wildly. Some laughed, some gasped, some shook their heads in disbelief, and others simply stared, captivated by the intensity. Social media mirrored the live reactions. Clips went viral, debates ignited in comment sections, and hashtags began trending almost instantly. Faizon's blend of humor, truth, and confrontation had created an unstoppable moment, a perfect storm of entertainment and revelation. Then, in an unexpected twist, Faizon addressed the larger cultural impact of celebrity clashes. He spoke about how public disputes influence perception, affect younger fans, and shape the narrative of success and failure in the entertainment world. His words weren't just commentary. They were lessons, warnings, and insights rolled into one, delivered with a fearless edge that left everyone in awe. Faizon intensified the confrontation one final time. He didn't shout. He didn't overreact. Instead, he leveraged precision, timing, and gravitas. Every word landed like a calculated strike, emphasizing respect, exposing manipulation, and reinforcing the importance of personal integrity. By the time he concluded this segment, it was clear Faizon Love wasn't just defending himself. He was setting the standard for how confrontations in entertainment should be handled. The aftermath? Pure chaos. Cameras kept rolling, clips were shared globally, and online communities exploded with reactions, debates, and memes. Fans couldn't stop talking. Analysts began dissecting the event, breaking down every angle, every gesture, every comment. The impact of this confrontation was far-reaching, extending beyond the room, beyond the moment, and into pop culture itself. The tension in the room had reached an almost unbearable peak. Every eye, every camera lens, and every microphone was locked on Faizon Love, and the energy was electric. There was no room for hesitation. Every word he spoke carried weight. Every movement commanded attention. By now, the confrontation had evolved from a simple dispute into a full-scale spectacle, one that would dominate headlines, social media, and pop culture discussions for weeks to come. Faizon leaned forward, his voice calm yet razor-sharp. He wasn't just responding to threats anymore. He was shaping the narrative. Each statement was carefully constructed, blending humor, truth, and authority. The audience felt it, The raw power of someone who had been underestimated for too long, now standing tall and unapologetic. He began dissecting the nature of celebrity feuds, explaining how influence, intimidation, and perception often overshadow talent and legacy. With every example, he revealed layers of the entertainment world that most fans never see. Then came the shock factor. Faizon started naming names, other industry figures, past encounters, and behind-the-scenes drama that had long been whispered about but never openly discussed. The crowd erupted. Some laughed nervously, some gasped, and others whispered to one another, realizing that what they were witnessing wasn't just entertainment, it was a masterclass in confrontation and truth-telling. Every revelation was a bombshell, each one landing with precision and impact. The back-and-forth escalated. Faizon wasn't just defending his legacy, he was challenging the authority of those who tried to intimidate him. He recalled moments that tested his patience, moments where respect was demanded but not given, and he did it all with a blend of wit and fearless candor. His timing was impeccable, and his delivery electric. Social media blew up instantly. Clips were shared, memes were born, and hashtags began trending worldwide. Fans couldn't get enough of this high-voltage spectacle. Faizon didn't stop with personal anecdotes. He expanded the conversation to address broader cultural implications. He spoke about the responsibilities of public figures, the impact of words on younger generations, and the power dynamics that govern Hollywood and the music industry. Each point was backed with examples, humor, and undeniable insight. It was shocking, revelatory, and deeply engaging all at once. The audience was fully captivated when Faizon turned the spotlight on the concept of legacy. He explored how careers are built and destroyed, how respect is earned, and how influence extends far beyond what is visible on screen. He contrasted his own journey with others in the industry, highlighting courage, authenticity, and perseverance. Every point resonated not just with the live audience, but with millions watching online, discussing, sharing, and reacting in real time. Midway through, Faizon's humor took center stage. A perfectly timed joke or sarcastic remark would send the crowd into laughter, only to be followed by a shocking revelation or serious point. This constant oscillation between humor and gravity kept the audience on edge, creating a roller coaster of emotion and engagement. It was impossible to look away. Then came the ultimate confrontation moment. Faizon addressed 50 Cent directly, but not with aggression, rather, with controlled authority. He highlighted inconsistencies, pointed out past actions, and challenged the narrative in a way that left no doubt. He was fully in command of the situation. It wasn't just a clash, it was a statement of power, intellect, and legacy. As the session drew toward its climax, Faizon broadened the lens even further. He connected the feud to industry-wide practices, cultural trends, and societal perceptions. He explored how public disputes shape careers, influence fan perception, and even impact younger artists navigating fame. His words were both cautionary and inspirational, a combination that shocked, awed, and entertained simultaneously. Finally, Faizon delivered a closing segment that left the room and the internet reverberating. He didn't shout, he didn't plead, he didn't over-explain. He simply stated truths, mixed with humor and bold insight. The effect was immediate. Cameras captured the stunned reactions, fans erupted online, and analysts began breaking down every moment in excruciating detail. The message was clear. Faizon Love had not only defended himself, but had redefined how celebrity confrontations should be handled, with intelligence, humor, and fearless honesty. As the cameras faded and the live audience began to disperse, the ripple effect was undeniable. Every clip, every quote, and every reaction spread like wildfire across social media platforms. Memes, debates, and discussions exploded across fan pages, YouTube comments, and Twitter threads. Industry insiders weighed in. Podcasts dissected every angle. Fans debated who won and who lost, but one thing was certain: Faizon Love had left an indelible mark on the culture, proving that courage, wit, and truth can outweigh threats, intimidation, and reputation games. The drama wasn't just entertaining. It educated, shocked, and resonated. It reminded everyone that the real power in Hollywood and the music world lies not in fear or fame, but in authenticity, courage, and mastery of the moment. And in this epic confrontation, Faizon Love demonstrated all three in full force. Don't miss a moment of the drama. If you thought Faizon Love held back, think again. From shocking revelations to jaw-dropping confrontations, this is the ultimate showdown in Hollywood hip-hop history. Watch till the end and see every clapback, every bombshell, and every reaction that has the internet talking. Comment below. Who really won this epic face-off? Faizon Love or 50 Cent? Your opinion could spark the next viral debate. Subscribe now and hit the bell so you never miss the hottest celebrity feuds, rap battles, and Hollywood exposes breaking daily. Share this video with your friends. Let them see the chaos, the laughs, and the shocking truths unfold.